A major winter storm is moving across the United States right now. Severe weather in the south, heavy snow in the Midwest, flooding rain along the Gulf Coast. This is not a drill. Let me break this down into 4 zones. Why 4 zones? Because what's happening in Texas has nothing to do with what's happening in Michigan. This storm is hitting different regions in completely different ways. Zone 1. The Deep South. Right now, from Louisiana through Mississippi, Alabama, and into Georgia, we're looking at an elevated tornado threat. The Storm Prediction Center has issued a slight risk from central Alabama back to southeast Texas. That includes New Orleans, Jackson, and areas north of Houston. The tornado risk is real today, not tomorrow, today. We're talking about a window from approximately 1 in the afternoon until midnight tonight. The peak activity will be mid to late afternoon, roughly 3 to 7 in the evening. After 10 tonight, the risk drops off for areas like central Alabama and central Mississippi. But near the coast, that threat continues into the overnight hours. What makes this concerning is the wind shear. We have enough rotation in the atmosphere to produce tornadoes. The low-level jet is increasing throughout the afternoon. That means storms will start to spin. If we get discrete supercells, particularly near New Orleans or in Far East Texas, those will have the capability to produce tornadoes. Now, I'm not going to sugarcoat this, but I'm also not going to exaggerate it. On a scale of 1 to 5, this is a 3, maybe a 3.5. It's a setup that deserves your attention, but it's not the most favorable we've ever seen. The problem is too much convection. It's messy out there. The surface low isn't positioned ideally, but we have the wind shear. We have the instability building along the Gulf Coast. That's enough to produce a few tornadoes. Could we see a strong tornado? Yes. Would it take a lot of factors coming together? Also yes, but the possibility exists. That's why you need to stay weather aware all day today. 2 areas to watch closely. First, the coastal region from New Orleans through southern Alabama and southern Mississippi. Expect supercells to develop near the coast and move inland this afternoon. These storms will be capable of producing damaging winds, large hail, and tornadoes. Second, north of Houston. Storms will start elevated but become surface-based as the day progresses. That's when they gain the ability to rotate. If you're in these areas, have multiple ways to receive warnings. Weather radio, phone alerts, local news. Don't rely on just one method. And if a warning is issued for your county, take it seriously. Get to your safe place immediately. Interior room, lowest floor, away from windows. You know the drill. Many of you have been through this before. Tomorrow, the severe weather threat continues but shifts east. The Storm Prediction Center has a marginal risk from southern Virginia back to New Orleans and into the Florida Panhandle. The main concern will be damaging winds and hail. The tornado risk is lower but not zero. Areas near Atlanta, far western North Carolina, and eastern Alabama near Huntsville could see a brief tornado. Again, stay weather aware. But I don't think Saturday is as concerning as today. Zone 2. Heavy rainfall and flooding. This is a big concern from northern Georgia back through Mississippi and into Louisiana. We're looking at widespread 2 to 5 inches of rain. Some isolated locations could see 6 to 8 inches. Central Mississippi and southern Alabama will likely see 3 to 5 inches widespread, with localized amounts up to 7 inches. Yes, there's a drought in many of these areas. Yes, this rain is beneficial, but it's a lot of water in a short period of time. Flooding is possible, especially in low-lying areas and near streams and rivers. If you encounter a flooded road, turn around. Don't attempt to drive through it. 6 inches of moving water can knock you off your feet. 12 inches can move a car. It's not worth the risk. Zone 3. The Midwest and Great Lakes. This is where we're talking about snow. Right now we have 2 areas of snow. One over the high plains, another in the Midwest. Let's start with the high plains. The Oklahoma and Texas panhandles, southwestern Kansas, and southeastern Colorado are getting dumped on right now. We're talking about significant snowfall. The Texas and Oklahoma panhandles could see over 6 inches. Parts of southeastern Colorado could approach a foot. This snow will drift north and northeast through today and tonight. Kansas City, you're gonna see snow tonight. Chicago, Milwaukee, northern Indiana, including Fort Wayne, and back toward Kalamazoo, you'll see moderate to heavy snowfall Saturday morning. This continues through Saturday evening across Michigan before moving into Canada and the Northeast Sunday morning. Now, here's the thing about snowfall totals. Most of you in the Midwest won't see huge accumulations. Eastern Kansas, northern Missouri, the Chicago area, we're not expecting significant totals. Maybe an inch or two in northern Illinois and northern Indiana, but it will be heavy at times. Visibility will be reduced. You could get snow squalls that drop visibility to near zero in a matter of minutes. The two areas with the highest totals are southeastern Colorado and parts of Michigan. Northern Wisconsin and the Upper Peninsula of Michigan could see widespread 5 to 10 inches. Those Colorado mountains desperately need this snow. Many ski resorts have had a rough season so far. This will help. If you're driving through the Midwest this weekend, give yourself extra time. The roads will be slick. Visibility will drop during the heavier bands. Keep an emergency kit in your car. Blankets, water, snacks, a flashlight, basic supplies. If you get stuck, stay with your vehicle. Don't try to walk for help in a snowstorm. And here's an old trick that many of you probably already know. If your car gets stuck in snow, cat litter under the tires increases traction. It's better than sand in some situations. Costs $3 at any store. Works like a charm. Zone 4. Areas largely unaffected. If you're in the Southwest, you're looking at normal January weather. If you're in parts of the South that miss the rain, temperatures are in the 40s and 50s. The Northeast won't see the brunt of this system until Sunday, and even then it's mostly just snow showers across parts of Indiana, Ohio, and Kentucky. Now let's talk about what happens after this storm clears. Sunday night into Monday, we'll see a slightly quieter pattern. But that doesn't last long. By the middle of next week, around the 14th and 15th, an Arctic blast becomes much more possible. The jet stream will dip again. Snow will likely return to the Midwest and Great Lakes. Here's where it gets interesting. By the end of next week and into next weekend, that Arctic air could push all the way down to the Gulf Coast. We're talking about temperatures 20 to 25 degrees below normal by Thursday and Friday. This could open the door for snow chances as far south as Tennessee and Texas. Maybe even an ice storm scenario in areas like Louisiana and Arkansas. Now, I need to be clear about something. What I'm showing you here is still about 9 days out. Things will change, models will shift, but this is a trend we need to watch very closely. We're at that time of year when ice storms are absolutely possible across the southern United States. You remember past events. The ice storm in Texas a few years back, the freezing rain that paralyzed the South. These things happen. I'm going to go into much more detail on this Arctic blast in our next video. Assuming the trend continues, we'll break down exactly what to expect, region by region, day by day. But for now, just be aware that a significant cold snap is likely by the end of next week. Let me give you some practical advice based on what we're seeing. If you're in the tornado threat zone today, check your safe place right now. Make sure the path is clear. Have your shoes nearby. If a warning comes at 2 in the morning, you don't want to be fumbling around in the dark. Charge your phone. Keep it on. Have a backup battery if possible. If you're in the heavy rain zone, clear your gutters if you can do so safely. Move valuable items off basement floors if you're prone to flooding. Don't wait until water is coming in to take action. If you're in the snow zone, don't shovel just once today. You'll need to do it multiple times. Or better yet, wait until the snow ends before you tackle it. Shoveling heavy, wet snow multiple times is a recipe for a heart attack. Take your time. Take breaks. If you have heart issues or you're over 65, seriously consider hiring someone to do it for you. It's not worth the risk. For those of you with elderly neighbors, check on them. Make sure they have heat. Make sure they have food. A phone call goes a long way. So does shoveling their walkway. On the roads, give yourself twice as much following distance in rain, triple it in snow. Black ice is a real concern when temperatures drop after rain. Bridges and overpasses freeze first. Slow down before you get to them. Don't wait until you're on the bridge to realize it's slippery. About those school closures you've been hearing about. The situation varies by region. On the coast, with 60-mile-per-hour winds forecast, absolutely justified. In areas with 2 inches of snow, more debatable. But here's the thing. School districts make decisions based on bus routes, not just what's happening in town. Rural roads may be impassable, while main streets are fine. So, before you criticize the decision, remember there's more to it than what you're seeing out your window. Now, the data I'm using comes from the National Weather Service, the Storm Prediction Center, and the latest model runs. I'm comparing 3 models for this forecast: the NAM, the European, and the GFS. Right now, I'm leaning toward the GFS for the overall track, but the European has been handling the temperature profiles better. The uncertainty lies in the exact track of the low-pressure system. If it shifts 50 miles south, Ohio and Pennsylvania get more snow. If it tracks further north, New York and New England take the brunt. That's why these forecasts can shift. It's not that meteorologists are wrong, it's that weather systems don't follow perfect paths. We'll know more tomorrow. The models will come into better agreement as we get closer to the event. That's just how it works. Anyone who tells you they know exactly what will happen 9 days from now is either lying or doesn't understand meteorology. There's always uncertainty. We do our best with the data we have. Let me wrap this up. Today is a day to stay weather aware in the deep south. Tonight and tomorrow, watch for heavy snow in the Midwest. Flooding rain remains a concern along the Gulf Coast through Saturday morning. And next week, prepare for a significant Arctic blast that could affect much of the country. I'll have an update tomorrow morning. If severe weather develops today as expected, I'll likely go live on the channel. Make sure you're subscribed and have notifications turned on so you don't miss it. This is a complex system affecting multiple regions in different ways. But it's manageable if you're prepared and stay informed. You've been through worse. You know what to do. Just take it seriously and don't take unnecessary risks. Stay safe out there.